What's up guys, Sammy D here. This is a members special. I'm giving this out to members today to honor 1 year of Kart Life memberships. You guys have been amazing. From the Kart Lifers to the pit crew members and especially the whale captains, giving me those big buckets of love every month in the form of your subscriptions to the channel, letting me know you want me to keep doing what I'm doing. And that's what I've done. We're at a year now of memberships. It's awesome to have you all. This is a special video I'll probably give out to other viewers at some point after a month or two maybe, but I want this to be just for you guys, at least for now. I have this stack of drawings and papers. I was moving into my new house and going through a bunch of boxes and bins, and I have always drawn and wrote out ideas for things. My whole childhood I was obsessed with drawing. I was also one of the people lucky enough to grow up with the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo. I mean, I came of age right as these systems came out. For video game lovers and Nintendo lovers, it was a golden era, and I'm so lucky to have grown up with it. Playing the original Super Mario Brothers side-scrolling on my NES, probably age 8 or so. And I remember distinctly being on the last stage of Mario, being on the last stage of The Legend of Zelda, with my dad there next to me and running over across the street to get my best friend William to come over and finish the game with me. And then the Super Nintendo, where my best friend Avi and I discovered Mario Kart for the first time, Super Mario Kart. A lot of these drawings and these things are all things inspired by Nintendo, Super Mario Kart, Mario Brothers in general, Zelda, Nintendo in general, and I'm gonna go through them and share them with you guys. I don't even remember what's all in here, and I've scrambled them all up. We're gonna end with a letter from Nintendo to me and my friend Avi. This was sent to me as a reply to a letter I wrote Nintendo back in the days of Nintendo Power, the classic magazine from the 80s and 90s, before the internet, guys. Think about this for a second. Before the internet even existed, playing these games, looking for tips in here, learning about the new games, getting hyped for what's to come from Nintendo. I lived for this stuff. And we're going through some of my drawings from childhood from this time. I'm sure there's a bunch of Mario Kart stuff in here, which is gonna be crazy, but I wrote that letter to Nintendo, giving some tips and shortcuts I'd found in Super Mario Kart, and yes, they actually wrote back to me. So we're gonna end with that letter today. But let's get into it. I really don't remember what's in here. This is amazing. The first thing I'm seeing right here, and I'll cut away to these shots, Super Mario Kart Introduction. This is clearly some, here's Little Bear just fell out. This is one of my stuffed animals growing up. This is my version of Little Bear. Anyway, I loved like guidebooks and strategy guides and Nintendo Power, so I think I was always trying to come up with my own tip guides. In fact, one of my best friends throughout life and one of the mods here at Kart Life, Adrian, we would make actual Nintendo videos together, zooming in on the television and sitting there playing through a game, giving our viewers tips. Long before YouTube existed, I was doing this with Adrian for our favorite games. I would love to find some of those videos and share them with you guys sometime. That'll be the next thing I do, maybe for you guys. But this is Super Mario Kart Introduction, so I'm clearly trying to write my own guidebook to Super Mario Kart, and this is my rendering of Toad. Eyes very big in my own Simpsons-inspired cartoon style. That mushroom, not very large, and very muscular body on Toad. This is a really kind of quick, I can tell I did this really fast. Like I didn't put a lot of thought into it. Let's go to the next page. What's coming next? I guess we'll find more pages from this strategy guide maybe in here, because this is just a page I never finished. It says basic skills acceleration. B button moves your cart down the road. Start of the race accelerates soon after the first beep. If you do any time before that, your cart will burn out and you will be at a slight disadvantage. That is so cool. This says Ultra 64 on top. So this might be when 64 was rumored, and I bet this is my list of ideas for a Mario Kart 64. Guys, I've been speculating on Mario Kart since the early 90s. I'm talking since 92, just like the badge says. Look at this. I'm writing out my ideas for Mario 64. This is my handwriting on the left. This is clearly my best friend Avi's handwriting on the right. It says bonus world by going on rocket. Oh my gosh, the rocket from Super Mario 2. I've always thought that should be used in Mario Kart somehow. Anyway, this says tracks, and then it just starts listing things. Headlights in invisible, I guess, track. Desert, sand, snakes, quicksand, because see, we had not yet had a desert track in Mario Kart when Super Mario Kart was the only one out there. Springboard, pipes, Forest of Illusion. This is what I'm talking about. The world from Super Mario World. They've taken, you know, donut plains and Vanilla Lake, and they've put them in the Mario Kart. Forest of Illusion was the one world that got left out of that list. So we need a Forest of Illusion track. I just said this on my Discord the other day, and look, I wrote it back in like 1993 on this piece of paper. Amazing. Urns from Mario 2. I was clearly very hot off Mario 2 at this time. Fireballs, tacks, oil slicks. Yes, these are all still great ideas from Mario Kart. We didn't have fireballs yet. Pipes on top of trees, swing from vines. That's a little bit of a stretch. Power blocks, I still have been saying should come back to Mario Kart Tour especially. Lakitu driver, look at that, look at that. Kart morphs, that's just like a, what is that? This is a classic like 9-year-old Transformer idea. Run out of cart, get knocked out of cart. Oh my gosh, remember in Excite Bike? You get knocked off your bike. What if you got knocked out of your cart and had to run back into it? That is actually brilliant. Man, little Sammy is on fire here. And the rest of this is Avi's handwriting. Let's see what else we have. Piranha plants come out of pipes. Yes. Coin heaven. Wow. Okay, so in the original Mario games, you'd go up into the clouds for bonus coin levels. Honestly, Coin Rush really should be set in like a Sky Garden type of environment. Bullet bills, P-switches. Want to see P-switches come to the game for sure. I can't believe I was nailing, Avi and I were coming up with all this cool stuff at that time that really, half of it ended up coming to the Mario Kart franchise and half of it's still a really great idea. Jumps before finish. Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe like launching into the finish line, because we could only conceive of these ideas at the time when we were in the flat Super Mario Kart world. Lakitu throws spiny guys. Okay, yeah, just like in the Mario games. Underwater world with Rip Van Fish. That's a Super Mario World character. Actually, I have him. He's on here somewhere. Oh, he's right here. This is Rip Van Fish, the big sleeping blue Cheep Cheep from Super Mario World. See, I've always wanted them to expand on the world of Mario and Mario World when it comes to Mario Kart, and I love when they do. That's why I love watching this franchise unfold. Changing carts. Okay, see, we couldn't even change carts at the time. The things I'm talking about here, I was brainstorming what they actually would end up doing in Mario Kart in general. This is crazy. Fire bars. Wait, get Yoshi eggs and poison mushrooms. I think this means those were the special skills of Yoshi and Peach and Super Mario Kart, and I guess we were saying everyone should be able to get those. Something space by getting potion. Oh, subspace, subcon. Oh my god, I've talked about this as well. Subcon level, like in Mario 2, you throw a potion down, a door appears, and you go into this subcon. It's like a dark, subconscious world. I mean, the whole game is a dream, spoilers, but it's an amazing thing they never did anything with. Stopwatch where everyone stops but you. Oh, that's a little hardcore, I don't know about that. Steel Pidgey's carpet, fly across tracks. Okay, well, you get the drift. I didn't mean to start with this long list of things, but this is pretty cool. Roadblock, if you don't make a jump and munchers are at the bottom, all your points are taken away. Munchers never came back either. Those is little munchers. Well, that's the only word for it. I mean, have to have pit stops. Yep, that could be very cool. I have ideas for this too in a future Mario game. I won't go into that now, but just trust me, I have amazing ideas for how pit stops could work. A lot more repetition around the tracks. Oh, okay, interesting. We wanted more laps. I don't know why. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, what is this? Wow, look at this. A printout from a primitive typewriter before computers. This is a list of Game Genie codes, I am guessing.
Game Genie! Game Genie, I decide how many lives I get. I use it when I want to live forever. Play to the end and win. Maybe I want to start on level 15. No problemo. Game Genie, it ain't over till we say it's over. Excellent!
Game Genie for NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis, and Game Boy. Codes from many popular games, each sold separately.
It was, I guess, third party, but somehow Nintendo allowed it to happen. I do not know the history of this. In fact, I should look into it because they surely partnered up in some way. But it allowed you to get all these crazy hacks in the game. Some of them were like normal, like unlockables, and some were crazy things. So This is all Super Mario Kart Game Genie codes. These are the things you can unlock. 1000cc speed, no dust. Other carts spin out, flashing screen. Your cart is invisible, your cart is invincible. Pogo jumping race, and it says game may freeze up. So these are deep hacks here. Random effects when hit, your car gets stuck, your car jumps high. That would be amazing. The super feather, if you will. Your car can't go anywhere on or off track. That's cool. Won't hit enemies, won't be able to pick up items or use turbo. I mean, paging Mankalore, this is the original Mankalore, Game Genie itself. Your cart throws pipes. That is pure Mankalore. Your carts spin out, other carts spin out constantly. Anyway, sensitive steering. Wait, what is this? Donkey Kong Jr. turns into a brown Koopa, a brown Yoshi, a brown Bowser, a brown Mario. Look at all these DK codes. And look at my handwritten notes on here. Like, oh my gosh. I guess another member video would be fire up the Game Genie, plug in these codes, and see what happens. That is amazing. Okay, now we have Sam, Adrian, and Paul's NES magazine. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Paul. Fresh Prince Paul, Captain Adrian. NES magazine. This is our own Nintendo magazine, clearly. Zelda 3, A Link to the Past. So this is when Link to the Past was coming out, getting hyped for that. And this is one of my drawings. I would draw this very cartoon style very frequently. And actually some good shading here with some colored pencils. I like this Link, he's very aggressive. Anyway, that's it. This is one of many magazine covers. We made so many magazine covers. What is this? Okay, this just says Sam, number 21, partner 0. This is like a school assignment where I wrote about Nintendo. This is classic kid fandom here. Look at this Nintendo logo, hand-drawn. Nintendo is something fun to do. Games like Zelda and Super Mario 2. Oh, it's a poem. A mag with tons of facts. The Advantage and the Max. Those are 2 controllers. And that's just naming a few. Oh, I see. A mag with tons of facts. The Advantage and the Max. And that's just naming a few. There we go. If I lost a game, I would fall and die. I love Nintendo. I don't know why. Every other month, I get a strategy guide. Maybe this is a rap. Every other month, I get a strategy guide. Then I get another mag, that's all mine. From the video arcade to Mickey Mouse Capade, there's so much I want to do. Contra, Punch Out, and Top Gun 2. I want to play Nintendo with you. What do you guys think? Could have been a big 90s hit. I don't know what happened there. Okay, here is a hilarious drawing of Mario that I guarantee you I did not make this. That is an amazing raccoon Mario I don't think I drew. This must have been one of my friend's drawings. Maybe Tim, not Tim, our pit crew Tim, but another Tim Maddox. Shout out. Okay, here's another Sam, Adrian, and Paul's Nintendo strategy guide. This is for TMNT 2, the arcade game. Okay, amazing. It was a big game, man. TMNT 2, the arcade game. It was a sensation, an utter phenomenon around the country. I'm telling you, every pizza parlor and arcade, kids would be going to play this game. If you know, you know, and I'm so lucky once again to have grown up in that era. You've probably heard about it if you've kept up with gaming and know your side-scrolling platformer games. TMNT 2, the arcade game, a classic. And here's the contents of our strategy guide. Okay, so volume 1, this is February 1991. I guess we had many volumes planned out. This was ridiculous. Okay, features TMNT 2, the arcade game, page 4. We've got Little Nemo the Dream Master. I loved this game. Yeah, well, I loved the artwork. I think it was Winsor McKay did the Little Nemo, the original series, and they made a game for NES. It was very hyped up at the time. We have the Game Boy section, which is the Fall of the Foot Clan featured on Game Boy. We have a top 30, next issue, of course, just like Nintendo Power. Sam, Adrian, and Paul Comics, page 38, and the Sam and Adrian Awards, page 40. Anyway, this goes on and on. Like, for example, in Nintendo Power, the article on the game would look like this. You'd have a main splash page with amazing artwork. I mean, look at this stuff. And then you'd have all your tips and a guide here. This was before the internet, meaning they would guide you and train you how to play the game with the tips you need in set pieces of information. There were not constant walkthroughs being updated online. It would give you just the right amount of strategy to win. I mean, I cannot speak more highly of this era in Nintendo and what the company did, and this magazine in particular. Honestly, I should do a whole episode reacting to Nintendo Power magazines and going through my collection of them. Amazing covers too. But this is how I would envision my magazines as a kid. Now, what is this? Oh man, here's another magazine. Okay, Nintendo Future. So, Nintendo Power, Nintendo Future. This is my riff on Nintendo Power. And it's got an adorable Mario, hilarious looking. Oh my god. And then an adorable Link, hello, a Q*bert, a fireball thrown in the background. This is an NES itself. I didn't finish it out. And here's a cartridge of Super Mario Brothers, the original. Oh my god, this is stapled together. This is an actual magazine. We are going to open it up. The funniest thing is it says first issue, and then it's the power of Nintendo Future. I love it. Okay, tips and hints for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, codes how to beat Tyson, and much more. A lot of these are unfinished, but I loved emulating the original logos. Still do. How to beat Glass Joe, here you are. The first guy, Glass Joe, is his name, and boxing is his game, but he sucks at it. All you have to do is push A or B up, because he hardly ever blocks. If you see a star on his head, push start, and he will. Oops, it's a secret. Oh, how to beat Piston Honda, and I have the picture indicated to go here. For this guy, wait till he starts to punch when his eyebrows move up and down. You guys know if you've played Punch-Out, you know how to beat Piston Honda. Come on, say it in the chat. When he's done with his punch, you punch him 5 or 6 times until you've got him down. After him is the code to Don Flamingo. It goes on and on. Don Flamingo. How to beat Don Flamingo. Oh my, how to beat King Hippo. We all know King Hippo. Move to the side when he punches. When he opens his mouth 8 and goes blabby. Okay. Punch him in the you-know-what, and he will pull down his pants. You have to get him down in one time to get a KO. An extensive article about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. How to beat Great Tiger. Oh my god. How to beat Von Kaiser. He ducks a lot, so be prepared. Kill him like you did Don. Okay. Game list. What is this? Oh, this is a list of all the games we knew of. And this is not my handwriting either, so I must have done this with Tim or someone else. I'm pretty sure I did. Or Game List 2, Game List 3. So, you know, I love lists, always have. Kids love making lists. So this was just me writing a list of every Nintendo game that there was at the time, which is insane. I could look up all of these games. I don't even know what any of these on list 3 are. Super Sushi Pinball, like I need to play that. The Guardian Legend Legacy of the Wizard, To the Earth. What are these games and why am I not playing them right now? Okay, wow, what a jam-packed issue of Nintendo Future. Remember, the power of Nintendo Future. Okay, how to play NES Super Mario 3. Sam. 1. Select a game. Put in game. Turn on TV. Push power button. Select 1 or 2 players. Press start button. And play. Thank you, Sam, for that amazing guide on how to play Super Mario 3. Is this like meant to be sarcastic or ironic? I don't know what little Sam is doing here, but that is amazing. Oh my gosh, it's another magazine, Sam and Bo's Nintendo magazine. Okay, wow, number 1, January, another friend of mine, and we would just, I guess I would recruit all my friends, anyone who is willing to make a Nintendo magazine with me at every possible opportunity. This is also about TMNT 2, the arcade game, but this is a cool cartoon by me. This is how I draw the turtles. Oh wow, I did the head so weird. Like, look how the top dome like curves back in for the and Shredder and Splinter in the background. Pretty cool. A nice landscape in the background, a nice tile treatment with Link popping out. Okay, another magazine. Look at this though. Look familiar to anyone? I was clearly copying this exact issue. What are the odds of that? I mean, I would often trace and draw, but it's my own cartoon version of Mario and Yoshi. This is Sam, Adrian, and Paul, once again, my best buddies. Nintendo mag with Super Mario World, hot for the Super NES, plus Mega Man 3. So this is from some book I made. This is a self-portrait. I love to draw. I've made lots of books. Everyone says I'm the best drawer. Very humble, Sam. Nice. I'm wearing a Batman shirt in this self-portrait, and I have some kind of watch on, and I'm drawing Batman and Robin, you can see there. Hello. This is my Nintendo, and my friends really like it. I have a lot of Nintendo games, too. And I got Little Bear Lala and Elmore, my stuffed animals, sitting here in the background watching and playing. You can see the cord for the controller going over to them. Oh, look at this one I just found. This is a order form for Nintendo Power. So before the internet, once again, you would get these in the mail or in the magazine itself, and it would have tips inside, so look for tips like this. In fact, there's another Zelda map on the background to give you an example of what this is like. $21 for 6 issues. Okay, look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, track designs. I remember doing a lot of these. So first we have Ghost Valley 4. This is clearly an extension of the Super Mario Kart Ghost Valleys that you guys all know. I don't know what this little star area is off to the side, but I'm very curious what I originally intended for that. You can see some dash panels, the coins, the item boxes, which at the time were on the ground. Then Mario Circuit 6 underneath is a simple figure 8, it looks like. That's really cool. There's another box with a star in it. I don't know what that's all about. And then Land of the Giants 1. Look how big the item boxes is. This is something I always wish Mario Kart had done, is explore the big little worlds from the Mario games. There's always like a giant world where everything's super big. I think it'd be great to go through a giant Mario Kart track, just that simple. Land of the Giants 1, that's so good. Okay, believe it or not, we're at the end of the stack. We're at the letter. That was a rush of nostalgia and memories. I think there's probably so much more where that stuff came from that didn't survive. Like I was drawing and writing these ideas with my friends all the time. It's what we would sit out around and do. And that period of time, man, when Super Mario Kart came out for SNES and Super Mario World, it was just such a pivotal time in not just my life, but the lives of everyone in my generation who played these games. So fun. So I took it on myself to write Nintendo Power because Avi and I were so obsessed with Super Mario Kart. We knew everything about it. I mastered it at a young age. That's why I'm still here playing Mario Kart. It's all because of that game. We had that game mastered like you guys and I have Mario Kart Tour mastered. I can promise you that. So we wanted to share the tips and secrets we found apparently with Nintendo Power, who again didn't always give all of the secrets and strategies away in the magazine. They left things for you to find on your own. So we wanted to write them, and the trend at the time was to send in illustrated envelopes. And Nintendo Power would actually display letters from people in their magazine and the art on the outside of the envelopes. A lot of you guys know this. And by the way, for a great channel, check out the Art of Nintendo Power. This is an amazing channel, an amazing guy who finds the original artwork from the games, not from fan envelopes, but from the magazine itself, and preserves it and shows it and talks about the history of it with you guys. Anyway, side note, but here is my letter from Avi and myself to Nintendo Power about Super Mario Kart. I do not remember what this says. I am fascinated to find it out. This is a printout from paper. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double-spaced large print pages. So here we go. Let's read it. Check it out. Dear Nintendo Power, we're big fans of Super Mario Kart and we're wondering some things about the game. In Mario Circuit 2, there's a jump bar inside a patch of grass just after the big jump at the end. After trying and trying, we were able to use it as a shortcut, landing on it after the jump and bouncing back onto the track. This really helps as a shortcut, and we were wondering if this was made for that reason. This is still in the game. You know it, the long jump bar there in Mario Circuit 2. This was not addressed by Nintendo. It was hidden for players to find out, and this is exactly what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. In the battle mode portion of the game, once a player is finally taken out, he or she has the ability to keep driving if the motor is still held down. It's neat because the racer has no bubbles and any item shot at the opposing player does not have an effect, and you drive in a darker atmosphere. Also, when a red shell is shot at the other racer, it permanently hovers and circles around them, holding a maximum of 3. Was this made to be like this? I had forgotten about this glitch in the game. It's exactly as I just described it. It might be on YouTube somewhere. You can go look. So let's go on. Here are some tips that we have found helpful. Feel free to use these tips in your magazine. Very presumptuous. Okay, number 1, in all the Ghost Valley tracks, you've probably noticed that there is a shortcut that you can easily make using a feather. But did you know that there are several other ways to accomplish this feat? You guys listen up as I am about to drop knowledge on the OG shortcut in Super Mario Kart. The reason why Ghost Valley 1 is going to always be in my top 5 Mario Kart tracks ever, because of this very shortcut and these little secrets that we found out about them, that any true Mario Karter from the OG days will know about this. Check this out. The best track to experiment on is Ghost Valley 1. The easiest way besides the feather is using the mushroom in one of two ways. If you activate the shroom right before you hit the jump bar in front of the long plank, you can soar all the way to the plank. If you take great aim, land on the plank, and can make the hard turn back on course. The second way of using your old pal, the shroom, is to activate it just after you make the small jump. Aim directly at the plank, watch the ground in front of you, and use a little jump to make it across the gap. This is only feasible because of the burst of speed from the shroom. Again, get ready for a sharp turn to get back on track. It's wise to use your brakes right as you're making this turn. I'm telling you guys, listen up. The third way to make the jump is to use your buddy, the Starman. Activate it long before the jump so that you can build up enough speed to finally make it with a little jump. This turn definitely requires using your brakes. The last and most difficult is making the jump as a mere mortal. If you grab the head start, you can do this by starting your engine just as the words round 1, 2, 3 disappear, and circle a lap or two without getting spun out or hitting a wall. It is possible to make the jump with no help from your buddies. This is because of the acceleration built into Super Mario Kart, where the more coins you earn, the faster you go. Two main factors to consider are that coins greatly increase your speed, thus making the jump easier, and that this feat is only feasible when racing at 150cc speed. We've only done this with Koopa Troopa and Toad, but we are almost positive that can be done with all other racers. Amazing, because those are the lightweights. This is why Toad was always my favorite racer. Always drove with him. They were the lightest weight and they could make that jump back in the day. These are the original Mario Kart secrets and shortcuts, you guys. We suggest that you try this with Toad, as he is, in our opinion, the best racer in the game. Using Toad as our racer, we've even made this jump in this way on all 5 laps in a row. Can you? For the other GV tracks, you can make the jump using all of these techniques except the mushroom jump bar combo. Have fun. Another shortcut takes place in Bowser's Castle 2. Don't let the stop sign mislead you when you come to that dead end, for it's feasible to make the jump with a feather, but make sure you're booking it before you do it because it's very hard to do. I can attest it was very hard to do. In the Rainbow Road track, things are hard to see when they're on the ground. On one part of the track splits. There's a jump bar in between the two paths. You can use a shroom on this, but it's very hard to come out of the turn. If you're in the mood for some romping around, go to Koopa Beach 2 and jump in the middle of the track with a feather and look for a jump bar to get out when you're done. I talked about this when Mario Kart Tour brought this track to Mario Kart Tour, and they did not include this because we don't have a feather. If we had feathers, you could jump through the center of the track, you guys. Hear me once again. Jump into the center of the track, find a hidden jump bar in those grassy bumps, and get out with the jump bar. Unreal hidden shortcuts in the original game. In Mario Circuit 2, use a mushroom and going over the big jump and you can land right in front of the question blocks, but don't turn too far or Fishing Lakitu won't count it as a lap. So learning how the game is actually programmed at this early age, in our opinion, here are our top 5 racers. Let's go. Number 1, Toad. He has good acceleration, can achieve a very high top speed, and his turns are unrivaled. Plus he looks cool. Hell yeah, Toad. My original driver. Number 2, Koopa Troopa. He's very much like Toad in his A and turns, that's acceleration I guess, but cannot beat him in speed. Now I don't know if this is technically correct in the end, what adult experts ended up finding out about how the game is built and the drivers, but these were at least our impressions of who had the best built-in acceleration and things like this. Number 3, Yoshi has the best acceleration in the game and good turns, but doesn't have the best top speed. 4, Princess Toadstool. That's right, before she was known as Peach, you guys. Princess Toadstool. She and Yoshi are a lot alike, but she isn't good at coming out of turns. 5, Mario. I don't know why I said Mario. I was not into the Mario being his last name thing. I don't know why I said this. But anyway, your favorite guy is only mediocre in Super Mario Kart. It's true, he was an average build and always has been. Average build in all of the other stats for Mario Kart games. But he's better than the other 3 racers, Luigi, DK Jr., and Bowser. Strong language because the heavyweights, Bowser, again, been a heavyweight since day 1, do have the highest top speed, it seems. I just hated the slow acceleration. I've always wanted a lightweight driver to zip around and get perfect little lines and movements. Especially for Super Mario Kart, a very hard game compared to now. Bowser and DK Jr. suck because their acceleration is terrible and their turns are horrible. Even their great speed doesn't make up for that. Well, there you go. I just summarized it right there. Last paragraph. We know some other tricks such as throwing pipes, driving on air, and breaking off your cart's muffler. But hey, a master can't tell all his secrets. Have fun, and remember, you can put any of this in your mag Can we be sent a Super Mario Kart t-shirt or be informed of where we could get one? Sam and Avi, Tennessee. P.S. Will there be a Super Mario Kart 2? P.P.S. Where can we get in touch with Nintendo's game designers? P.P.P.S. Toad rules. That was incredible. So this was our original letter showing, the secrets that we had found that I guess kids all across the country were simultaneously discovering. I'm clearly not telling Nintendo anything they don't already know. I don't know what the last bit about throwing pipes is. That sounds like some Game Genie stuff we were seeing, but we were showing off to Nintendo that we know what's going on. So, one day, normal day in the life of a 14-year-old, and actually, this is, as you can see, a few years after Super Mario Kart came out. We had been playing for that long, that obsessively, and the game had a massive popularity for those 3 years, just like 64 for many years after, and GameCube many years after, and all of them. Envelope in the mailbox addressed to me from Nintendo of America. Imagine the feeling, you guys. Imagine the feeling. I don't even remember this coming. That's the weird thing. Some memories you retain, some you don't. And even though I was making videos with Avi and Adrian and Paul all the time about some of this stuff, don't remember this moment of getting this letter. But now we can reread it together. They replied to my letter, and I'm sure they did this for a lot of people at the time. I love to dream about this era of Nintendo where these employees would answer a strategy line phone hotline where you could call in and ask a game counselor your tips, and they would actually walk you through what to do. It cost like $20 or something, like for credit card to pay. So a lot of my friends and I, we would never do it because we couldn't get our parents to do that. It's like asking your parents to buy you a pack in Mario Kart Tour or something. But this is a one-to-one conversation with someone at Nintendo helping you. And they would clearly have a whole department here that I think would respond to all fan letters. I don't know, if you're out there watching and you sent Nintendo a letter, let me know if they wrote you back or not. But let's read their response to that letter you just heard. Dear Sam and Avi, thank you for writing and sending your letter in such a cool envelope. The Super Mario Kart artwork was very impressive. And I guess I don't have a photo of what the artwork was. That's really too bad, but I would love to see what I had drawn on that envelope. So they go on to say, I don't know who is the artist, but let me tell you, we receive tons of mail from fantastic artists like you every day. Because most of the art sent in appears on envelopes, Nintendo Power started a bi-monthly envelope art showcase. Whenever you send your artwork on an envelope, make sure your name, address, and age appear on the back. See, I didn't put my name on the back. That's the thing. He's telling me that I should have done that. You might have been featured. They say, we wouldn't want to publish an envelope with your address on the front. You might get a lot of letters from art critics. Wow, so I guess I just forgot to do that and didn't do it right. But see, again, before the internet, everyone was guessing about how to do everything. It was all just word of mouth or what they print in their materials. I guess I overlooked the instructions in the magazine, but anyways. Even if an envelope isn't selected for Envelope Art Showcase, it can still be enjoyed by many. We're using the great art we received to make cool displays all around Nintendo headquarters. You can see this in the DK Country Exposed video when they're in the Nintendo headquarters and you see the framed illustrated envelopes. I talked about this in my game room video with you guys. We appreciate all the fantastic Super Mario Kart tips you sent us. It's great that so many fans write in about the secrets they find during their gameplay. As you know, we publish tips in the classified information section of Nintendo Power, along with the 3-digit agent number. Since we occasionally receive the same tips from many agents, you'll be able to identify your tip by your agent number, which they never told me what my agent number would be. I don't really know how that works, but again, I'm sure many kids were writing this stuff in. In your list of the top racers in the game, it appears Toad is your favorite. To answer one of your questions, yeah, we intentionally put a jump bar in the grass in Mario Circuit 2. We really enjoy putting little secrets in our games for curious players to find, and the red shell is acting properly when it hovers and circles around another racer. So they're referring to that glitch where you're racing in dark mode after a battle. So they actually hid that as an Easter egg for players like me and Avi to find. We don't have this anymore, guys. We don't have this magic of discovery in video games. I got to live it. Will there be a sequel to Super Mario Kart? Maybe. Often there's a sequel to a popular game, but we haven't heard of any official plans yet to definitively create a Super Mario Kart 2. Keep the faith though. Star Fox fans have long asked for a sequel and they shall now have it. We recently announced that Star Fox 2 will be done and should be in stores this summer. Look for news about this game and other announcements in Nintendo Power Magazine. You also asked where you could get a Super Mario Kart t-shirt. Dunno, you might want to look into some well-stocked stores where our products are sold. Sometimes you can find that kind of merchandise in the Super Power Supply catalogs that are sent to our magazine subscribers. I gotta eBay that now. A different company handles those orders and stocks a lot of stuff that has been licensed by Nintendo. Thanks again for riding, Sam and Avi, and good luck in your gameplay efforts. Remember, the best play here. Sincerely, Bill Reno, Customer Service Representative. Imagine if we got this kind of a response from a customer service representative in Mario Kart Tour. So Bill Reno, I salute you for keeping my dreams and ambition alive as a young gamer and artist. And with that, I gotta not get too weepy here and just say thanks to all of you. I hope you enjoyed going down memory lane with me, sharing some of these Nintendo memories, a big part of myself and how I grew up. So there it is for you all to enjoy. And by the way, if you're just seeing this and you're not a member and this has come out later and you came here to see this cool nostalgic art and stuff, I cover Mario Kart Tour, or at least have for the past year and a half plus. Check it out on Kart Life. Thanks so much for coming, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.